I know
No,
you
I
don't
don't,
fucking
bro.
care
I'm about to
about
call
her.
the cops on you if you keep coming in this. What the fuck, man?
Hey, what are you doing?
What are you doing here?
I miss you.
You miss me.
Yeah, and I'm sorry for everything
You
that
cheated
happened.
on me, so why are you here?
Can we both just say sorry?
Bro, no.
What do you mean no?
What are you doing? Stop. Like, get out of my house. Why are you
No,
here?
Please, because we can like get past this. How are you gonna throw?
I already
away your
moved on.
relationship?
I already moved on.
I haven't, and I know
Well, that's
haven't.
your
I know
fault.
You're lying.
I'm lying. I already
Yes.
got someone new on the
What the fuck?
crib. Yeah.
You're joking, right?
Yes,
Who
I'm not
the fuck
joking.
are you?
It's my new girl, bro. Like,
Dude, are you serious? I know you still love me. I know
no,
you
I
even
don't,
fucking
bro.
care
I'm about to
about
call
her.
the cops on you if you keep coming in this
No.
fucking house. Yeah.
Please, what the fuck? You can't forgive me?
You're being OD right now. Like, get the fuck out. We're done.
Seriously?
You cheated on me.
No, I'm not. No.
She cheated on him, then came back like, I miss you. He said, I moved on. She said, no, you didn't. I know you still love me. Then she sees the new woman, and suddenly it's a whole different conversation. Baby, you can't cheat your way out of a relationship and then argue with the person who survived it. He said, we're done. And honestly, that was the only answer she needed.
I'll probably delete this, but I'm feeling really scared. I wasn't looking to be alone at 48. I didn't get married to get divorced. I tried so much. Like, I can't imagine being with anyone else. I mean, I can, but it could just be a fantasy because I'm really good at limerence. I'm really good at living in the positive, the what could be's.
Leaving an unhealthy marriage is absolutely valid. Nobody should stay in abuse, addiction, or chronic chaos. But if she left because she genuinely believed another life would make her happier, then she has to own that decision too. You can't call it courage when you leave, and then call it cruelty when reality doesn't match the fantasy. And the kids are part of that equation, whether you like it or not. Regret doesn't make the decision wrong, but refusing to take accountability for the decision definitely is.
So recently I caught up with an old friend and she was telling me that she got divorced. So I asked her, like, what happened? I figured something bad happened. She's like, honestly, I was just bored. Like, my husband, all he did was work. I was a stay-at-home mom. We had 3 kids and I just got lonely and bored. And now, you know, she's single, she lives alone, she's working, and she's dating. So then I told her, oh, well, that must be exciting, like dating and stuff. And she's like, no, I fucking hate it. All they want to do is just have fun. They just want to go to the club. They just want to go to the bar. They just want to hang out, have a good time, and then that's it. No one wants to help me out. I'm trying to find someone that's going to help take care of my kid. I just want someone to be a provider. So I was all like, well, wasn't that what your husband was doing? Now her ex-husband is dating someone.
She divorced the provider because she was bored. Then she hit the streets and said, wait, why don't these men want to provide for me and my kids? Ma'am, you left the man who was already doing that. And now he's dating somebody else while you're interviewing strangers for the husband position. That ain't a dating crisis. That's, I didn't know what I had until I lost it.
My boyfriend of 2.5 years has a 2-year-old. Sorry. And no, he didn't cheat on me. He knocked up some woman like a month before we started dating. And he just found out, and I just found out. And from the information that I have, she was planning on like doing IVF. She didn't think she'd have kids. She was going to do a sperm donor, that whole situation. and she's like freezing her eggs, and so I guess he thought she couldn't have kids. I don't know. They thought she couldn't have kids, so they didn't obviously use protection. I'm trying to not speculate and wonder if she like used him as her sperm donor. She's literally 10 years older than he is, and supposedly very successful and very powerful, and he's very smart, very handsome, so I guess she thought he would just sign his rights over. So she called him up and wanted him to do that, and he was like, no, he wants to be involved. So I'm like processing my world literally being turned upside down again. I'm like trying to be supportive, but also I'm just like, this is wild, absolutely wild. I think my biggest issue is that like I am gonna be a top shelf stepmom, and right now I would say he's like the dollar menu stepdad to my kids. He has like no relationship with them, and I haven't really pushed it, and yeah, so I don't know, becoming a dad is gonna make things better. I have no idea. I'm so devastated. I have no problem being with someone who has kids. I just wasn't expecting this.
Oh, this man got a whole surprise child. But let's be fair. He didn't cheat, and the baby existed before she ever entered the picture. And now he's saying, I want to be a father. And somehow that's the problem? Nah, sis. You didn't lose your boyfriend. You just discovered his life comes with a responsibility neither of you expected. Now the real question is simple. Can you handle the man you chose in the reality he actually lives in?
These are papers for divorce. These little pieces of paper, little flimsy pieces of paper, can break and end something that's so strong in somebody's heart. No, there's this. These are papers for divorce. And it's very sad. I don't understand how 8 years trying my best to love somebody and fight for them and put up with so much abuse and just be wiped out with some little papers. It's not easy. And as much as I know that this needs to happen, it still hurts. Because I never wanted this. I actually did love him. And I know how can you love somebody that does those things to you? I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe I see brokenness in people, and I know that we can all be better people and heal if we want to. I'm sad. It's this. This is the dreams that I had for us as a family and as husband and wife, and these little pieces of paper, little flimsy pieces of paper, can break and end something that's so strong in somebody's heart. It's hard. I'll get through, but I'm sharing my journey with you guys, every part of it. Just so you know that you're not alone, and you guys make me feel not alone. So, here goes.
No, ma'am. Nobody is forcing you to file those papers. You are willingly deciding to divorce your husband. This is a life-changing decision that you are making in real time, and you have to assume the consequences. Guys, this woman thought that her husband was going to beg her to stay and accept all her needy demands if she threatened to file for divorce. Check it out.
So, day one, after filing, and I feel so sad. I know I'm going to go through different emotions, but right now I feel sad. I think the last time I felt the pain like this was when my mom died. And in a way, this is a death of hope. And I look around and I see, I just want to scream. Like, I see the Christmas trees that I put up and all this beautiful home and all my dreams I had for us. I just want to scream. I just want to like run away. I don't want to see any of this. It hurts, you know? I don't want to see it.
Those papers didn't destroy 8 years, sis. The relationship was already hurting before the papers showed up. And yeah, you can know you need to leave and still cry like your whole world just collapsed. That's not crazy. That's heartbreak. Just don't mistake missing the dream for missing the dysfunction. Sometimes the hardest goodbye is to the future you thought you were guaranteed.
This is what my friends who are married don't understand. First off, it is so difficult to have been single throughout the entire pandemic and go through that profound trauma all alone without some kind of support system. And I also think it's difficult that you're no one's priority. Like there aren't really people checking up on me in the same way as if you have someone to come home to. I don't have a partner. I've been single for at least almost 4 years, since November of 2019, however long that is. And it's just so difficult because you realize that you have to be your own knight in shining armor, that there's no one coming to save you, that there's no one really is there for you. You're alone at the end of the day. And it's so much harder to go through the ups and downs and tumultuousness of life when you don't have companionship and you don't have a partner. And it sucks.
Wait, she said she needed another relationship to prove the divorce was the right decision. That's like quitting your job and immediately needing another company to prove quitting was smart. Then relationship number 2 fails, and now you're sitting there with 2 divorces and the same unresolved problems. Date if you want, have fun if you want, but don't use somebody else to convince yourself you're okay. Because if you need another person to validate your freedom, you might not actually feel free.
I made the extremely tough decision to leave my husband last year after being with him for 21 years. We were married for 8 years. And my ex-husband is not a bad guy, wonderful father. But there were some things that would send people into orbit when I would tell them things. Like, number 1, and I'm not exaggerating, my ex-husband did not tell me that he loved me. That sends people into outer space when I tell them that. That was something that I accepted, we'll call it accepted, but now I see it as settling. I had accepted this about him, but what ended up happening is years and years and years of what I will consider emotional neglect, unintentionally. I began to resent him, and there's a few videos that I want to make of things that I've learned, especially with us coming up on 1 year divorced, and what I learned about divorcing the good guy and what a villain that makes you, how hard it is on your kids. I just want this to reach someone going through the same thing or thinking about divorcing the good guy. And if you have questions, if you have concerns that you have for yourself or your kids, drop it in the comments. I'd love for somebody to ask me something because I feel like my story can help somebody.
Here's the part that jumps out. She keeps saying he's a good guy, he's a great father, and then builds a case around him not saying, I love you. That's not nothing, but we're talking about a 21-year relationship with children, history, and presumably a whole lot more than 3 words. And then she admits she stopped saying it too. So at some point, both people were participating in the emotional distance. Calling that settling after accepting it for years is easy. Actually communicating your needs before resentment takes over is the hard part. Sometimes the person you're calling emotionally neglectful was never given a real chance to understand how serious the problem had become.
What's the one thing you wish everyone around you knew about getting divorced?
Everyone always prepares you that whenever you're going through a divorce, losing your husband or wife, you go through a grieving process, grieving for the loss of your marriage, the loss of your hopes and dreams together. But one thing that they really don't prepare you for is the loss of a friend, the loss of your best friend, the person that you always wanted to tell your day and to tell, your small wins and your small victories. And I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't prepared for feeling that way, even when you're not together and haven't been together. Just having that desire to have them as a friend again.
Is there anyone out there in TikTok land that can tell me what you're supposed to do with your life when you've been in a relationship for 20 plus years with the same person? You have children, you have, built a life together, and then all of a sudden that life is no longer. What are you supposed to do with your life? Like, I work, I'm a registered nurse, I have a career, I guess. I have hobbies, I have, I don't know, a house. I have all the things that I guess you need to live the life, but I don't know how. I don't, do you date other people? Do you sort of, I just don't know. I want to focus on myself. I want to be happy. I want to heal from this whole process that I've been in. But I also want to live life. I also want to have fun. I don't want it to be all about being miserable and feeling sad and just going through the motions of life because my relationship, my marriage broke down. I just don't want to do that anymore. I want to be happy. I want to move on, and I want to just find joy in life again.
I just want to be happy. Okay, but happiness ain't an Amazon package you order after divorce. You just walked away from a 20-year life, so of course you're going to feel lost for a minute. And if your ex starts dating again, that's not him being cruel. That's him living the single life you both chose. You wanted a new chapter, so let him write his too. The real glow up is building a life you actually enjoy without needing your ex or a new man to complete it.